We waited for years, we wore the clown makeup, we analyzed every single frame of every single trailer until our eyes bleed. We gamed Team Cherry all the time in the world because perfection takes time, right? Half-Life 3, I'm talking to you. At one point we even thought that the game never existed and probably Team Cherry cancelled it years ago. Well, Silksong is finally here. I know, it was released months ago, but hey, I can't keep up with every trend out there. What can I do? It's the game that broke Steam.
The best Metroidvania ever made.
I'm in love with this genre, and I fell in love with Hollow Knight since the first day. I've been rooting for the sequel for years, and well, Silksong is finally here. Silksong delivered. It's faster, the art style is breathtaking, and the music, Christopher Larkin is a god. I always try to split my reviews describing the best, the worst, and probably the ugly. Let's talk first about the best in this game. Silksong captured you in a mysterious journey to climb the top of Barloom, a ruined kingdom afflicted by the Haunting, a silk-based madness. This game is huge. The map is double in size and verticality, filled with side quests, NPCs, secrets that the developers don't want you to find, and all types of biomes. And as big as it is, it could be a little bit overwhelming on the very first act. Silksong requires something from you that most games do not require: commitment and patience. This is a long journey. On average, it could take you from 40 to 50 hours to complete the entire 3 acts. And there are going to be game sessions that will last 2 or 3 hours when you won't beat a single boss, and all the time spent is going to be finding secrets, backtracking to unlock upgrades, doing side quests, or just being lost in an area you're not supposed to be yet. My best advice for you is to trust your gut when you are walking at 3 AM in a dark street. If you feel like you're not supposed to be there and things are getting a little bit too scary for you, try to find another way and avoid that area for now.
He's just standing there, menacing!
Just like in Dark Souls when you stomp with the stupid skeletons for the first time in Firelink Shrine, Silksong is a complete evolution in terms of gameplay, music, scenarios, and details from Hollow Knight. I can't stop but compare it to Dark Souls in this aspect. The atmosphere is insane. I can't describe how every frame looks like a moving oil painting. It excels in graphics, narrative, world building. Even the boss fights are way better than in Hollow Knight. They feel like an artistic dance. If the first game is Dark Souls 1, then Silksong is Dark Souls 3. It is fast, it is aggressive, it is great. At one point in the game, you're just flowing with the combat. You're like, and then a new challenger appears and tries to kill you, but then you go, Garama, Egale, Ediro, and you kill the son of a bitch. And one of the best aspects of this game is the protagonist, Hornet. She actually has personality, voice lines. Meanwhile, the knight in the first game wouldn't make a single sound. I love a protagonist that is not so hollow. Hornet is faster, has an impressive and numerous set of tools to give you variety on how to tackle every challenge the game's throwing at you. At the end of the day, she's not a knight, but a skilled hunter who can ambush, set traps, being acrobatic, and get in and get out of the combat in the blink of an eye.
But hey, why does the title of your video say Silksong is frustrating?
That's a great question. Buckle up because I'm about to be burned alive by the Team Cherry defenders in the comments below. Guys, maybe, just maybe, Team Cherry completely fucked up the balance in this game. Silksong started as a DLC. I think the devs have been playing this game for so much the last 7 years that they have lost perspective. They know it by heart. They don't realize that the early areas are fucking bunkers for a new player. We are touching this for the first time. They've been living in it for nearly a decade. So, Silksong still has some remains of DLC on it, making it way harder for new players and seem more intended for those who played Hollow Knight recently. So if this is your first Metroidvania, you're going to have a really tough time. This game has zero accessibility. I bought this on release, played halfway through the first act, and I had to leave it for months. Whenever I was playing anything else, I remember, oh, I still have to finish Silksong. I hope on my Nintendo Switch. I started playing it, and then I remember why I was not playing Silksong anymore. It is mentally exhausting. If there is something that you need with Silksong, is patience, the double or the triple that you already have. Let's start with the most outdated, soul-crushing mechanic in modern gaming, the runback. We did this in classic Dark Souls because we had to in 2011. In 2017 we excused Hollow Knight long walks because the atmosphere was cool, and you weren't playing Super Meat Boy just to reach a freaking door. Now it's just bad design. Even From Software removed boss runbacks after Dark Souls 3. There is zero reasons why I should have to parkour through 5 minutes of platforming hell just to get another 30-second shot at a boss fight. It feels like a platforming simulator disguised as a Metroidvania. If I'm spending 80% of my time walking back, you are not challenging me, you are wasting my time. Oh, you like the White Palace? Great, because it's freaking everywhere now. I don't even get stuck on the boss fights. I love learning their patterns, flowing with the music. What I don't love is playing fucking Geometry Dash for 10 minutes, parkouring through a variety of flying enemies Mega Man X6 like, only to get hit and have 2 fucking masks removed instantly. Let's talk about the damage in this game. Whose idea was to make the trash mobs deal double damage all over the game? I mean, seriously, why this fucking flying thing takes the same damage on me as the stupid final boss from Hollow Knight? And who decided to include
over 87 new flying enemies?
Oh, I get it now. The first game had 42 different flying enemies, so for the sequel, we get the double the map, the double the weapons, and the double the fucking annoying mosquitoes. Now that we're talking about numbers, let's do some math here. You start with 3 masks, right? Every enemy takes 2 masks away from you. So after 15 hours of gameplay, you manage to gather all the mask shards to get 1 health upgrade. Now you have 6 masks, right? Well, guess what? How much is 2 by 3? It's still 6 exactly, so you're still getting killed in 3 hits, even after 15 hours of gameplay. I'm losing my sanity just explaining this. It's lazy balancing. It's the cheapest way to make a game harder without making it better. Just make everything make more damage. Merry Christmas to you. So the screen clutter is a sensory nightmare. Between the particle effects and the fast background, 50% of the enemies are airborne. You're trying to navigate a platforming section and boom! A mosquito snipes you off the screen. 2 mask guns. You fall into the spikes. Another mask gun. Back to the start of the 5-minute walk, and then you finish a side quest hoping for a health upgrade. The game goes like, best I can do for you is 200 rosaries, get fucked. Is this fun? Are we gaslighting ourselves because we waited so long for this game? The game is not bad, it's just unbalanced. A few tweaks to the double damage and a couple more benches to reduce some of the boss fight runbacks will make this a perfect experience. You know guys, I've never seen a game developer that puts so much effort and creativity on not wanting you to find health upgrades in this game. Some of the most useful benches for the most annoying boss fights are hidden in ways that makes you question yourself if the developers ever wanted me to find this. One of the best examples is the bench in Bilwater. You have to literally throw yourself to a poison swamp that gives you a status on your health bar, blocking your ability to heal. Swim across and find a secret entrance on that swamp and finally reaching the bench, which is still too far from the boss arena. Making this game so frustrating and difficult, it can be good and bad. If the player have patience, they will learn reflexes, how to use tools, take advantage of Hornet mobilities through the scenario and being basically uncashable from the enemies. On the second scenario, the player gets overwhelmed, gets frustrated when arriving to the Hunter's Marsh for the first time or any other area they're not supposed to see yet, and they will probably quit the game. Seriously, fuck these things. Do I like Silksong? Hell yeah, I do. It has some really beautiful moments, beating that stupid gauntlet in the Whisperer's vaults, or finally getting through the Mount Fae, the happiness and the euphoria of finally finishing that area.
I get it!
It feels so rewarding, it is beautiful, one of the memories I'm going to keep forever from this game. And briefly reminder, the amount of content this game has is huge. For only $20, it is unreal. Team Cherry could have perfectly sold this game at $70 or even $80, and I'm pretty sure most of us would have bought it. Now the question is, do I want to replay Silksong? I don't think so. For the moment I can go back to Hollow Knight. It's simpler, less overwhelming, it gives you moments to breathe, to actually see the world. Silksong's beauty is buried under the frustration of sometimes being a parkour delivery simulator and getting your ass handed over to you by random flying trash. I'm a grown man, I work a full-time job. When I want to chill with the sequel to my favorite game, I don't want to be punished to the point of throwing my console throughout the window. Maybe I'm getting too old. I don't feel this way replaying Ninja Gaiden on Master Ninja or hitting a wall in Elden Ring. There is a line between fun difficult and frustrating difficult, and Silksong is doing a tightrope walk on the wrong side of it. But I'm patient and masochist enough to go through it and tolerate whatever bullshit Team Sherry is throwing at me. Team Sherry, thank you for the sequel. I just wish your game didn't hate your players so much. And I hope that if you make a third game, don't make your basic enemies remove 3 masks, please. Oh wait, a new free DLC was just announced. Amazing, I don't have to pay for sex now because Team Sherry is going to fuck me for free.